Alright, so I have recorded absolutely nothing today. I was just kind of grinding this thing out to try and get it done because it's been really nice out. So it's like 50 degrees outside. It's supposed to be the beginning of this week. So I was trying to get it all put together to just be able to drive it, just so I could ride it to and from work a couple of times. So what I built today, here I'll show up close. I wish I would have recorded it, but I was just kind of going crazy with it. So I built the whole under tray here. With like the little tabs and stuff welded on there for all the mounts. So you can see kind of where it sits, just like that. So again, once it's painted black, you know, it'll be kind of more tucked away and stuff, but it's still from like up here. Oops, you can't really see it. It's all still see-through. Also down here, I built the battery bracket. So that I pretty much just built this kind of casing for the battery, so it'll slide in there. It's far enough away from the tire to where it won't hit that. Battery's probably gonna get dirty, but this is like a lithium battery that's all covered in plastic and stuff, so I'm not really worried about that. And then on the top here, I built a little hook here, and then there's a little hook already up here, right there, a little black hook. So that will be for this. So I'll just strap that around, and it'll hold the battery on there. When you put the battery in here, it already stays pretty tight, just from like pressure fit. And this whole thing is welded on there too, so that's not going anywhere. This I also welded on, just because I had the welder out and I didn't want to deal with bolting it on and off. So I just welded it on there. So it just welds right onto the seat brackets here. I still got to grind down the weld and stuff like that. The wires I'm gonna have to extend will be the ones coming out of the actual transmission themselves. These two wires are just not long enough to reach in there. The rest of the whole wiring harness will be no problem. That'll reach right in here to be able to button everything up in there. I'm probably just gonna keep going on this for a little bit. I'll actually record it though now. So I think all I have to do is figuring out the other brackets for this, so like these right here. These just bolt on, so I'm just gonna figure out a way to just kind of bolt all these on just for now. I also have to run the wiring for my blinkers and everything too. So I'll probably get that done as well today. All right, so I think that I am good with the welding and stuff. All the brackets are good to go. I was trying to figure out the wiring and how all this stuff plugs in. So I have to go get wire anyways, because I have to rerun the blinker wires, and then I have to extend out this one a little bit. So I'm gonna just go get this gauge wire and just extend all of them out. And then I have to get also the thicker gauge wire for the battery, the negative terminal connections, because I gotta run new negatives and new positives to the battery as well, since it's so much lower. Also tested out, you probably saw me with the spring on, because I didn't realize how close this was to this. With this spring on there, I mean, I was pushing down on it, trying to get it to like hit, and it wasn't hitting at all. So I think I'll be fine. I don't think it's gonna hit at all. So I'm just gonna go now to the store and grab some of that wire right now and see if I can get it all hooked back together today. I still have to paint everything. So I don't know what I might paint all that first and go from there.
Why?
So we got the bike all cleaned up. I was gonna mount the tail light or the blinkers in there before I painted everything. Realized that the stuff I used to do that is Panel Bond by 3M, and I was gonna use it on this as well because I still have to do this panel bond the wing on here. Got about halfway with the panel bond on there, ran out. So I'm gonna order some more of that and mount the taillight. So I'm not gonna paint it tonight. I got it all cleaned up. I gotta vacuum that or wipe it down too because I just drilled the holes. But I got it mostly cleaned up. I still gotta sand a couple of things. I'm not gonna worry too much about like getting every little minute thing, you know, ground down to bare metal. The paint I use goes over rust and stuff, so, and there's not really any rust on this thing. I just want it all one color again because it's all ground down and shit. So yeah, I'm just gonna paint it all probably this Wednesday night. I'll paint everything and get those taillight or the blinkers mounted in there. Get the taillight mounted and painted, and yeah, go from there. Everything else is pretty much ground down. I was going at it with the steel wool on all the metal stuff too and getting it all shiny, so I'm gonna have to put a coating over all that stuff so it doesn't go back to looking like garbage. Also, I went on this a little bit and it looks a lot better, so I don't know if I'm supposed to use the steel wool grinder on there, probably not, but I don't know. It looks a lot better, so I'm probably gonna go at it with that again. But I'm probably just gonna get all that mounted and painted and then mount all the wiring stuff. And I gotta pick up some wiring for the battery as well as wiring to extend those wires out. But I've been here like 10 hours now building that. I know I didn't record really any of it, so this is kind of like a mini part of the build series, but I'll record it when I paint it and stuff. And again, here's a close-up of it, just in case I didn't get a close-up before. But so I pretty much just built the bracket. All these little things just hold all the fuse box and fuses and all this shit, the accessories that go in here. So yeah, other than that, probably just gonna call it a quit for the day. I just cleaned everything up. Everything was like super dirty, so I cleaned up all this section and a little bit over here too, just because it was like really messy. And I gotta finish this thing too, so I'm tired. But that's the build update. We'll get back to it next week and hopefully have it done probably within a week or two.